Say it. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah. You ready? Let's claim our blessings, shall we? In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. Yeah, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Woo! Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Claim it. I claim a blessing. This is how I start my day, knowing good is on the way. I am claiming perfect health. Yes, love and laughter, friends and wealth. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Yeah, I do. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Yeah, I claim a blessing. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's have a great service, everybody.
Thank you, Penelope, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I am Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am so glad that you are here with us today. If you are viewing on Facebook or YouTube Live, please like and share this broadcast so we can continue to spread the wonderful news of New Thought out into the world. If you are visiting for the first time, please see a welcome ambassador out in the hallway for a gift, especially for you. Now, we are going to go through our affirmation. I'm going to read it all the way through, and then I'm going to invite all of you to say it with me. Yes? Yes. All right, here we go. Today and always, I expand my awareness of Spirit's consciousness within me. As I expand my awareness of this truth, I find love, peace, guidance, and strength. For I have faith that Spirit supports me in every moment and in every circumstance. The divine I am is forever revealing the path before me and filling my heart with calm assurance. Spirit's love constantly renews my consciousness, and all of my experiences become an opportunity to express divine love, harmony, and joy. All right, let's all say this together in one voice. Today and always, I expand my awareness of Spirit's consciousness within me. As I expand my awareness of this truth, I find love, peace, guidance, and strength. For I have faith that Spirit supports me in every moment and in every circumstance. The divine I am is forever revealing the path before me and filling my heart with calm assurance. Spirit's love constantly renews my consciousness, and all of my experiences become an opportunity to express divine love and harmony, and so it is, yes. Did you feel that? Did you feel that expansion of your consciousness? Not like it can really expand, right? But just the awareness of that. All right, Spiritually Curious is going to be canceled because our beloved practitioner, Tony Jenkins, is under the weather. Please treat for him. Please know a greater truth for him, that this cold symptom thing is a no thing, all right? And also, please treat for Alton Reynolds, Essie Freed's partner. Please treat for him as well. Let's know that everything in his body temple is whole, perfect, and complete, all right? All right. Next Sunday, we have Ram Dass Satsang with J. Ram and David Alt, and it will start at 3 p.m. And I just want to say, this usually runs to about 5 o'clock. It's a little longer than our normal service. So what I have noticed and what David and I have talked about is that if you have had enough, please get up and leave. Don't feel like you have to stay. If it's too long for you, or if you need a break, get up and go have some chai tea, and then come back for the rest. You are not bound to stay here like you're bound to stay here when I'm talking. No, just joking. All right, and right after that, at 6:30 to 10:30, we're going to have the 98th Academy Award watch party, and it will definitely be a party. So we're going to have theater concessions, movie trivia, a photo booth, prizes, all for the grand price of $15 a ticket. So if you have not gotten your ticket, please scan the QR code and get yours today. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it is hosted by CJ the DJ. Yeah. Yes. And then on March the 22nd, we will have our town hall meeting. So if you are a pledging member, please make sure that you are here. If you're not a pledging member, just go down to the fellowship hall and eat, drink, and be merry. We won't be long. At least I hope not. All right. I think that's it. Yes. All right. I'll be back. Peace and blessings. I love you all.
Love you, James. I welcome Al Shellman to the platform. We prepare for prayer. Continue to open our minds. Open your mind. Unfold your heart. Relax your senses. Feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath. Release your cringe. A love without waiting. Slowly unhinge. You ain't got nothing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound.
As I step through the door of all possibilities, I remove the veil and stand on my truth and know that this energy that's in here, that vibration that's going through everyone is God. And it just saturates everyone's being. Even on live stream, you feel that energy pulsating through your being. It changes you. It lifts your consciousness to a higher level of knowing the truth for your being. Because we are all one. One mind, one spirit, one God, one divine intelligence. And we accept this into our being, our knowingness, and we move forward in life knowing that we are curious about what life is all about and what God is within us that brings us up to that level of knowing and moving forward. I am the vessel the Spirit speaks through, and I allow that to be. I move myself out of the way and say, I surrender to all. I bless each individual in this place on live stream, knowing that all is well in their life and affairs. We bless the speaker, the singer, the pianist. We bless everyone that makes this service workable and doable. We give thanks. We give thanks, Father, for everything that we have, the breath of life, the pulsating in our being. We thank you. We go forth knowing that this is a great day, a great service, and we just allow that to be. I have spoken these words with authority, power, and conviction, and I know without a doubt that it works. It works when you work it, because there's a power greater than I am, and I can use it. And if you believe that, please join me in saying, and so it is.
You can't stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. So lift up your voice. Let it be heard. Tell me your story, tell it to me. Don't leave out a word. 'Cause I think I have been there too, and I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still until you come unwound, unbound. Please welcome Faith Harris. Been a while, Faith.
Yes, it has.
Yeah,
Hello.
she's-
Happy Sunday, everybody. On a clear day, rise and look around you, and you'll see who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you will hear from far and near a world you never heard before. And on that clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever more. On a clear day, rise and look around you. You will really see who you really, really are. On that clear day, it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You will feel a part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you will hear from far and near a world you never, ever, ever heard before. On that clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and evermore. Come on, Penelope. Isn't she wonderful? You feel a part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you will hear it from far and near it. The world you never, ever, ever heard on a clear day. On that clear day, you can see forever and ever so clearly, forever and ever and ever. You can see forevermore. Thank you. Thank you.
Faith Harris, yeah, just like we rehearsed it. You're right. Yeah, thank you, Faith.
Give her another hand. Yes. Yes. I can see forevermore. Good afternoon. Let me figure out which way this goes, yes? Ah, I feel invigorated by that. Yes, I do. Good afternoon. If you're just joining us, I am Reverend Jean Bell, and my pronouns are she and her, and welcome. Good to see you all. I have a wonderful talk for you today. And I just want to remind you what the monthly theme is, which is expanding consciousness. Expanding consciousness. How do we do that, right? We don't really expand consciousness, do we? Consciousness is already expanded and probably continuing to expand. But what I really mean is increasing our awareness of that divine presence that is within us. That's what I'm talking about. And it is also Women's History Month. And it is Women's International Day. Yes? So, everybody should be clapping. If you're not clapping, I'm not understanding. And what we usually do is honor somebody from our past, somebody we may or may not know. But what I've been doing lately is honoring people from our own community, women from our own community. And Faith, I want to honor you right now, because you're not on the list, but you were absolutely amazing. Your skill, I know that's why y'all are friends, you two right there, absolutely. And last week we honored gospel diva Wanda Nero Butler, yeah, and jazz maestro Penelope Williams. And this week I want to honor our very own Terry Burrell. Terry Burrell, and from a very young age, she knew she wanted to be an actress. She knew. And she told me that she instinctively would take stories and songs and characters and make them into moments of expression, even before she understood what professional stage was. And in high school, that's where her love of performance started to grow and grow. And it started to take shape, and before you knew it, she knew what path that she was going to follow. She knew that. And from those early performances in high school, her journey carried her into a life of theater, right? And that spanned 4 decades. And she has been blessed to perform on Broadway in productions such as Dreamgirls, Into the Woods, I hope I don't mess this name up, Eubie, Thoroughly Martin Millie, the Threepenny Opera, Swinging on a Star. She even went abroad to London in her first production over there, Showboat, right? And regional theater. Oh my goodness, she has allowed herself to explore deep, meaningful roles, including Ethel Waters in Ethel, which she wrote, right? Billie Holiday, yes. Billie Holiday and Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, which I was there, a little doggy. And Queenie in Duke Ellington's Queenie Pie. These roles brought her recognition, awards, and profound personal fulfillment. Other regional critics include Aunt Eller in Oklahoma, The Wiz, Candida, Cinderella, The Women of Brewster Place, Kink in Our Hair, The Great Comet of 1812, Crown, Still Magnolia, Anything Goes, Smokey Joe's Cafe, Aldunza in The Man of La Mancha, and The Glass Menagerie, and many, many more. Oh, and there is more. Terry also performed internationally with the Duke Ellington Orchestra in Venice and in Oslo, Norway, and in the Caribbean. Where haven't you been? In her one-woman piece, Backstage and Other Stories, based on her life, more than 40 years in show business, it was commissioned by the Roswell Arts Cultural Center, and it was streamed during the pandemic by the Synchronicity Theater. Terry. I want to personally thank you for being the international actress that you are, but also the loving and wonderful and compassionate and humble person that you are. Every time you walk into a room, it's like sunshine. A piece of sunshine came in. Thank you. Thank you. And yesterday, guess what? I received some wonderful news from Patience and David. Patience Mwanza Alexandra graduated from the police academy yesterday. Yes, I should have gave you a picture. I should have gave you a picture. Patience entered the academy training in September of 2025 and has dedicated her time and energy to become a police officer for the city of Portland, Oregon. As the mother of 2 African-American children, Patience knows the importance of having representation on any and all police forces. And with the balance of heart and brain energies, the feminine and the masculine, she will always seek first to understand, especially in situations of mental instability, which are more prevalent than we realize, all right? So Patience, I know if you're watching, we love you. Not only do we honor your achievement, and know that you will bring a much-needed balance in all the things that you do, we also affirm that Spirit is your source of guidance and protection always, always. We all affirm this for you. Namaste. Give her a hand. All right, so last week, I reminded you that you were more powerful than you allow yourself to believe. I reminded you that it's time now to wake up to the truth of who you are and the power you have been given. And I asked you to contemplate on a sentence. The sentence is, I am that which thou art, and thou art that which I am. And I'm looking forward to hearing your insights from those that actually said the affirmation throughout the week. How many of you did that? Oh, I won't be talking to nobody. Okay. All right. One of the things I've noticed is that in our Western society, if we've been raised outside of New Thought communities, the concept that we and Spirit, source energy, God, the idea that we are one and we are intrinsically connected to the vine isn't always an easy thing to wrap your mind and your thought process around. It's a sentence like this: I am that which thou art that which I am, that pushes against everything Western society and traditional monotheistic religions believe. Our subconscious mind doubts that it's true. And usually it's because it has no reference for it. We were not taught to think that we are divine, that Spirit and we are one. So by just contemplating on this sentence like this, it can help us shred societal beliefs that tend to hinder our acceptance of our oneness with Spirit. So if you are still having a hard time, which none of you are because none of y'all did it, I'll talk to the ones online. For you online that did it, right? If you're still having a hard time believing this sentence is the truth of your being, Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith from Agape International spread some light on a little something that we can do. And he suggests a practice of asking an empowering question by adding why to the affirmation. It takes away the paradigm of certainty, which is the reason our subconscious mind might want to reject the affirmation in the first place. So if we run into this type of resistance, rephrase the sentence and say, why am I that which thou art? And why art thou that which I am? But say it like, oh, why? Why am I that which thou art? Yeah, say it like, this is a groovy thing, right? Reverend Michael says the reason this works is because the subconscious mind doesn't resist a question. A question acts as a stimulus motivating the mind to find the answer, not resist the statement. The subconscious mind resists affirmations that contradict deeply held beliefs, even if those beliefs are trash. And a lot of those negative beliefs are just that, they're trash. They're things like, I'm not enough. I'll never get ahead. Nothing ever works out for me. It views statements that it has no reference for as a threat to its established reality. Remember, the egoic self, right? Now, the subconscious mind can't reason, but what it can do is look at the database, right? And if you're not saying that with feeling and emphasis, it's like, that's Mach Nix. Right? I need more of that. I don't have any reference for that. The subconscious mind is going to go on what it has, right? You have a powerful instrument, this subconscious mind, right? You're very powerful. And it's just a program. Although sometimes it acts like an entity, it's just a program, and its job is to want to keep us safe and not expose us to perceived threats. And new thoughts and new ways of being are perceived threats because it's outside of the comfort zone. We know that. Anytime we push the envelope, anytime we try something new, it feels difficult, it feels hard, right? I remember learning how to ride a bike. I was like, I don't know if this is worth it. I got too many bruises for this to truly be worth the ride, right? But I stuck with it, and now I can ride a bike. I don't do it often, maybe I should, but we won't talk about that. It is risk averting and wants to keep the status quo. The familiar patterns that have been already checked, cross-checked, and accepted as safe programming. And something like, why am I that which thou art? And why art thou that which I am is not safe. It speaks to your greatness. It speaks to your divinity. It speaks to you and who you truly are. So when we begin to affirm, right? When we begin to affirm that we are more than what we have believed ourselves to be, it goes into red alert mode and it pushes back. How many of you Star Trek fans, right? I got a few. Who's been watching Star Trek Discovery? Yeah? No? All right, they got black alert. They went past red alert. They got black alert. But anyway, I digress. All right? It will push back. Now, in order for us to be able to break through, we have to give it more programming. We have to be consistent. We always have to be consistent with our affirmations, our spiritual practices. You can't come here on Sunday and say, oh, that was great, Reverend Jean, I love that, I'm going to say that, and don't do it. Right? You've got to do your meditation. You've got to do your affirmation. Do your spiritual mind treatments. If you don't know how to do a spiritual mind treatment, I will teach you how to do a spiritual mind treatment. And these are all ways of reinforcing that there's a power in this universe that is greater than you are, and you can use it. Now today, we're going to continue on the topic of expanding consciousness by understanding the energies of the divine feminine and masculine principles. These two principles now, they exist in us all. I want you to hear that, right? But with that being said, the characteristics of masculine principle, which are described as action, protection, head-centered, and stability, tend, and hear the word tend, to be more evident in the male of our species. But we know how life is. There's just a gambit of everybody on the spectrum of everything, right? But if we just take those two binary things, right? And the characteristics of compassion, empathy, nurturing, and caring, heart-centered attributes are more evident in the female of our species. Again, I want to emphasize that we contain both principles. Now, the Taoists understood that these two primordial archetypical principles, the female and masculine, the yin and yang, right? They said that these need to be in balance. Did you hear the need? These need to be in balance with each other if humanity is to flourish. If one archetype is out of balance, missing, debased, or devalued, society will become unstable and humanity will suffer and it will wilter. That's what the Taoist says. Now, in The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes says, God is the androgynous principle, the father and mother of all. The spirit contains within itself the life principle of both the masculine and the feminine. It is both combined in one. It is both combined in one. And I can't think of any other symbol that shows that combination than this yin and yang symbol. It is beautiful in its simplicity. And surrounded, I like to think that love encompasses it, right? You have the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine. And in each is each. There's no getting away. They're intertwined, right? So in Science of Mind, we learn this. We learn that we enact the divine nature of spirit. So if spirit is saying that life principle of both the masculine and the feminine is combined in the one, we also enact that divine nature of spirit. And so in us too exists the feminine and masculine principle, the yin and yang archetypes. We could also call these archetypes brain-centered and heart-centered principles. So why are these principles important to talk about in the context of Science of Mind and our own expansion of consciousness, you may ask? I'm glad you asked. Because these two principles not only exist in us, in the microcosm, but they also exist in the collective consciousness of our world paradigm. Think about that. they also exist in the entire world system, right? There is an atmosphere, right? A collective atmosphere. Holmes called it race suggestion, race consciousness. Others call it the collective consciousness. There is two principles, and guess what? They are outrageously out of balance in this now moment. Repeating what the Taoist said, if one archetype is missing, if one is debased or out of balance or devalued, society will become unstable and humanity will suffer and it will wilter. Right now, the instability is playing out on the stage of our country and the world. We see this every day, more and more. We see the effects of this imbalance. Do we not? Right? The imbalance is manifesting itself as ego-based, self-centered energy. And we are bearing witness to the lack of empathy, compassion, the lack of any type of energy that says, I care. Because taking away SNAP programs does not say, I care. Cutting Medicaid doesn't say, I care. Making thousands and thousands of people homeless doesn't say, I care. Right? It essentially a pattern where those with the most power act as they please, while everyone else has to deal with it. This imbalance isn't new. I'm a history buff. I love history, and I love to read old musty history books, right? Right? This imbalance isn't new, and it has been happening for thousands of years. It's just that with the advent of social media, with the advent of 24/7, 365 days of news, we see it all the time. It is actually in the atmospheric energy. All of it is, right? It's been happening for thousands of years, and the only way that this type of energy will change is if we have a major shift in consciousness, and that's what New Thought is all about. A true understanding of what the balance of the brain and heart-centered energies look like. Understanding is the key to wisdom. What would that look like if they were balanced? Quantum physicist, did I bring this up? I must have, huh? Quantum physicist Amit Goswami, in his book titled The Everything Answer Book, How Quantum Science Explains Love, Death, and the Meaning of Life. That's a long title, dude. And so he says, oh, I don't have a slide for him. And when we integrate the self of the heart, which is based on feeling, with the self of the brain, which is based on meaning or rationality, we develop what is called true emotional intelligence. Here, he says, quantum physics helps us to understand the dynamics of how superficial love can become unconditional love, in which selfishness is transcended by the discovery of the other. This can eventually lead to true emotional intelligence by integrating the self of the heart with the self of the brain. And then he goes on to say, and I know this, all of my men folk in here, y'all are heart-centered, brain-centered, y'all got your yin and yang going on, I know that. I do know that. But he says men tend to have more self-love than other love. And on the other hand, women tend to be more connected with their heart-centered energy. Their love is more likely of the other love variety. And we probably all know women like that, just give and give and give and nurture and love and want to feed you and want to say, baby, come give me a hug. Mama Maddie had a lot of that heart-centered. Yes, Mama Maddie had a lot of that heart-centered love, right? But that love can be dangerous. It can be dangerous because if it's not balanced with the brain-centered, then you give too much and you exhaust yourself. And some women in our lives, we can witness that, right? And when we see the male energy, the rationale, the self-love energy, when it's not balanced with the heart energy, well, just turn on the news. Just go to the movies. Try to find a movie that doesn't have smash, destroy, chaos, or burn. Try to find one, right? They must be balanced. And he says, this difference in connection is what is keeping humanity from experiencing the heart in balance with self and achieving true emotional intelligence. Now, he says that biology makeup contributes to the imbalance as well as culture reinforces it. What we need is for men and women to defy biology, he says, to defy cultural forces and achieve a balance between the two. Men must develop other love, I care, and women must develop self-love, I don't care. Women usually develop that during perimenopause and menopause. I don't care. Fix your own meal, okay? Wash your own clothes. Now, Elizabeth Gilbert, she just comes out and say it. She says, men need to be more like women and women need to be more like men. Yet, it's so much deeper than biology. The imbalance is deeply rooted in our societal belief systems, in our history. They are based on thousands of years of behavior and conditioning. And what we've seen before continues to repeat itself. Just look at any historical documentary, any books. Now, Goswami and Gilbert are correct that men must develop other love and women must develop self-love. Yet there is a great stigma for either gender to be more like the other. For men, from the time that they were little boys, have been told not to act like a girl. How many of you men have been told this? Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't act like a girl. Right? Don't feel your emotions. Don't you dare cry. You better man up to suppress emotions, right? To be tough, to be warrior-like. You get G.I. Joe, smash, burn, and kill. You get Tank, smash, burn, and kill, right? What are you doing with that Barbie? Barbie, put it down. Put it down, right? That being like a woman or being a woman was and still is reviled, detested. Being like a woman makes one weak. And it lies in not understanding that caring, nurturing, being intuitive, having compassion and empathy, although naturally women possess these divine attributes, they are not exclusive to just women. And I know many men that are loving and caring and nurturing and filled with these divine qualities. Their yin and yang are balanced. And that's why I love them, right? We need to remember what Ernest said. God is the androgynous principle, the father and mother of all. The spirit contains within itself, not him, itself, the life principle of both the masculine and feminine. It is both combined in one. Now, even though little boys have been told, girls and women have been scolded too, right? Don't be too aggressive. I've been told that. Or exhibit self-centered energy. I've been told that, right? Or risk being labeled unladylike. I don't think I would ever be a lady. I will never meet the king or the queen. Won't do it, right? I don't even know how to curse. Don't be too aggressive or risk being labeled or called vile derogatory terms like you. And I have been called those things. And worse. Women that are entering any type of male-dominated workforce, the army, me, right, had and still have a hard upward battle just to be seen as competent and worthy of recognition. So I want you to understand today is not about vilifying one gender over the other, because both are equally just as guilty of the profane masculine and the profane feminine, right? And it's not saying that brain-centered is better than heart-centered or vice versa. It's about balance of these two energies. If I can't get you to hear anything else, it's about balance, right? Let us also remember that the philosophy of the science of mind, we don't have to defy anything. Sorry, Edmund. He was my professor in school. Just allow the spirit that is within you, within us, to flow. Get that yin and yang in balance, right? Because when it's out of balance, it causes harm. Holmes says that there is nothing to reveal, only the truth there's nothing to heal, only the truth to be revealed, that we're already whole, perfect, and complete. So when we get into balance with our yin and our yang, with our brain and heart-centered energy, with our chakras, when we come into alignment with truly who we are, then we come into the understanding that there's nothing wrong about being centered in our heart, right? Nothing centered without doubling down on love, true agape love. And that two should be balanced by the rational principle again, because if it's not, you get depleted. You get exhausted from that constant giving. Constantly trying to be everything to everyone. How many people have women in their lives that are like this? I know that I have. And I've also been that woman. And I've also been very aggressive in my behavior because I was trying to get ahead. I was trying to prove myself in the Army that I'm just as tough as you guys. Knowing good and darn going well, I'm not picking that up. I'll help you, but I'm not picking it up by myself, right? Balance, and it's okay. All this is okay. There's nothing weak in caring for one another. There's nothing weak in having empathy and compassion. There's nothing weak in feeding the hungry and caring for the sick. There's nothing weak in standing up for the oppressed. There's nothing weak in embodying the attributes of the divine I am that is within you. Remember what Holmes said. Remember, the divine masculine and feminine resides in us all and in all creation. And although Goswami says, defy any and all things which would keep you from achieving a balance between the two, right? I would like you to remember that you are already whole, and just allow that wholeness to come forth. That yin and yang is already balanced within you if you tap into it and know that is the truth of your being. Right? We just remember, though, the Taoist said, when these two are out of balance, all of creation suffers and withers. This is the point of this message. We all have suffered for far too long with this out of balance. We all have suffered. We need to awaken to a greater truth of what we are capable of, because we all have eyes and can see that this old paradigm is not working. This old paradigm of conquer, take, burn, and destroy is not working. It's not working. Our metaphysical house has been on fire for a very, very long time. And it's time for humanity to rise above self-interest and embrace the need of the wider community, to recognize that we are all divine, right? And to say that I care, and stop saying I don't care. It's all about me. There is no other. We are one people in spirit. So I'm asking you to expand your awareness this week of balance in all areas of your life. And the centering energy that surrounds and encases the masculine and the feminine principles. And what that is and always have been is love. It is always love. At the core of New Thought teaching is the power of something greater than we are, and that's the presence of spirit, which is the presence of love. Right? I will leave you. Go ahead. You can do it. I don't mind. I will leave you with what Holmes said in his book titled, how to change your life. And he said, now remember that all other people are just as truly worthy of your love and are in need of it if they are to expand into finer and more beautiful ways of being. They need your love. Spend a few moments with thoughts of love for the whole world, which is sorely in need of every bit of help you can furnish. Then he goes on to say that this is not idle wishing. It is a definite service that you can render. Your thoughts of love to humankind carry a blessing to the far corners of the globe. Do not neglect to exercise this privilege. So, you didn't say the sentence last week, but maybe you'll do this. Please expand your awareness that this week, the yin and yang principles need our attention within us. See them balanced. See the world balanced. And so it is. Please welcome back Faith Harris. Yes.
Gene. Yeah.
Okay. Jean, you on fire, girl. On fire. I know I'll do better doing what's mine to do. And I know that I'll be better doing what is mine to do. And when I look inside of me and I wonder what it means to be free, what it means, I know that I'll be better doing what I came to do. I know that I'll be wiser doing what's mine to do. And I know that I'll be wiser doing what is mine to do. And when I look inside of me and I wonder what it means to be free, what it means, I know that I'll be wiser doing what I came to do. Now I'd like for you to help me sing this song, would you? Gonna do a little call and response. Just sing this phrase right after me, okay? When I look inside of me,
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 look inside of me,
when I feel inside of me,
when I feel inside of me,
when I look inside of me, I see peace. When I look inside of me, I see my freedom. When I look inside of me, now I know I receive my healing, doing what is mine to do. And I know I'll receive my healing, doing what is mine to do. When I look inside of me and I wonder what it means to be free, what it means, I know I'll receive my healing, doing what I came to do. Hey, I know that I'll be wiser doing what I came to do. Hey, I know that I'll do better doing what I came to do. Hey, yeah. Namaste, y'all.
Faith Harris, thank you so much. Visiting us from Trinity Centers for Spiritual Living. That's right.
Wow, thank you so much. That's just great. Hello, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Garrity. My pronouns are she and her, and I currently serve as the treasurer of the board here at our fabulous SLCA. And the past 2 Sundays, we had our board vice president and practitioner, Tony Jenkins, and our fabulous board president, Monique Garlington, say to you exactly what I'm going to say again today, because we are providing information for you for what to expect coming up with our town hall meeting and the email that you'll be receiving. So we are purposely being repetitive so that so that everyone is aware of what will be taking place regarding the upcoming vote in our town hall. And as previously stated, we will be doing this electronically. And if you're currently a pledger, on Monday, the 16th of March, which on my calendar, that's a week Monday. Week Monday. You will receive an email with information on the board's recommendation of Reverend Jean as the next spiritual director of the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. And a special voting link will be on that email. So you will be voting to accept the board's recommendation or not. And it will be a very simple process. Now, we are aware, so what you'll do is you'll click the link provided, then you cast your vote, and your vote will be received electronically and counted. And those results will be announced in the March 22nd town hall. So for those of you who maybe aren't comfortable with electronic devices, please see either me or Monique afterwards, or you can reach out to Shannon during his regular business hours. So we will work with you and so that it is absolutely sure that your electronic vote will be cast. So if you have not received the email on March 26th and you're a pledger, please contact Shannon Pruitt as soon as possible after March 16th. And if you're not a pledger and are interested in becoming a pledger, please contact, again, either Monique and me today or Shannon, again, during his weekly business hours. That's what I wanted to reiterate a third time so that all is clear. So, okay, let's now collectively take a breath and shift into our time of grateful giving. Oh, grateful giving, yeah, we have a lot to be grateful for. I am so grateful, and I know the truth of our center. I know that we are here to be able to give to ourselves and to the whole world in collective consciousness exactly what Reverend Jean was talking about today. And I'm so grateful for all of you who contribute to this center so that we continue to be here. And this is a place for people to come and learn that we all are that already and that it's ours to share. So I know you can see behind me, there are many ways to give. You can text to that phone number. You can give online. We have boxes on the side if you prefer cash or paper. Well, I guess cash is paper, unless you give coins. Okay, so all those different ways, you all know how to do that. And so what I ask is that we all put our hands on our heart, our hands on our heart, and say this affirmation together. Here we go. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
Thank you, Elizabeth Garrity. All right. Thank you so much. So I invite you to stand as we sing our closing song, and thanks so much for being here, everybody. Let's sing to each other. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works expressions of God, we see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. We love you so much. We hope you'll join us downstairs for some food and fellowship and friendship. And if you're in need of prayer, please stay in the sanctuary and get together with a prayer partner. Our religious science practitioners are available for you for prayer.